Overall, even with last Sunday's 2 picks, Daniel Jones has played really good football. I thought even in that game, he played good football. The 2 picks weren't ideal, but the one to Pittman at the end, he's got to make a play, threw it up there. You got a 50-50 ball to Pittman, you feel pretty good about it. The first one, I thought that A.D. Mitchell could have been a little more aggressive in trying to get to the ball, meaning he could have been aggressive at all in trying to get to the football. So I don't necessarily even blame him for those 2 picks, but I think he's played good football and certainly good enough football to help this team win all 4 of its games. And so you look ahead at this game against the Raiders and you think, all right, at the quarterback spot, we're in pretty good shape. And 5 weeks ago, I'd have taken that. Here's Daniel Jones talking about the season, talking about the Mara family, and talking about what's necessary, like Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby's a problem. How do you mitigate that problem?
Yeah, first, just like to say, extending, thoughts and prayers to Mr. Mara, John Mara, and the whole Mara family, the Giants. It's a tough situation, praying for him and a speedy recovery. Mara family means a ton to the NFL, and definitely thinking about them during this tough time. But yeah, the game on Sunday, I think, we did some things well. We did some things not as good, and that hurts against a good team. So I think ball security obviously is the main thing for me. I got to protect it and make sure we're finishing every drive with a kick. So I think that's a point of emphasis. I think there's also plenty of positives. I think there's some good things we were able to do, create plays and move the ball against a good defense. So we'll build on that and then correct the things we need to.
When you looked at the 2 interceptions the next day, what stuck out to you about them?
Like I said, after the game, I think the first one was just a throw. I got to get it out there more and let him run into it. Second one, just a decision late in the game where trying to make something happen. You're not in that mode yet with 3 timeouts and a minute to go.
I asked Shane about, I know it's early right now, but what is the level of sense of urgency going into this game against the Raiders and try to turn things around and get a win this week?
Yeah, I think it's a super high sense of urgency. I think, we're all determined to get back out there and play well. I don't think there's an idea that we need to, necessarily turn things around. I think it's about, getting back to what we do and executing well, learning from what we didn't do as well last week, and continuing to improve as a team every week.
Danny, how quickly do you have to turn the page on the game? You have to learn from what you didn't do right. Don't you have to turn quickly? I mean, these games come quick.
Yeah, I think Monday obviously is the day you review it and go over all that and clean it up, and then you're on to the next week pretty quick. So that's the way the NFL works, and I think our guys have done that well.
Maxx Crosby gets all the attention for the Raiders defense, but what else sticks out about that unit to you?
I think they flow quickly, attack the ball. They're downhill. It's an aggressive group. I think in pass coverage, they're flying around and good defense. So we'll have to be ready for them.
What's your thoughts on about Maxx Crosby?
I think just his motor, how hard he plays, play in and play out. I think when you think about all the best players at that position, I think that's the first thing you see is just how hard they play every single play, and he does it as well, if not better than anybody in the league.
This is your first really bout of adversity with this team, I think. What do you see in this group that makes you feel like you'll be able to bounce back right away?
I think we have a mature team, and guys are ready to go, locked in this week, and ready to clean it up and fix what we didn't do as well. And I think everyone's, we're still very confident in who we are as a team, what we can be, and determined to make progress and get there.
What do you think has led to some of the offensive penalties and having more of them you all have had in years past?
I don't know. I think every situation is a little bit different. I think from my standpoint, you got to make sure we're communicating consistently. Everybody's on the same page, and we're operating well at the line of scrimmage.
So many positives you could take away, though. You're 3-1, first place in the AFC South right now. From your perspective as a QB, give me your assessment of what you like so far in this first quarter of the season from the guys here.
I think we've done a lot of things well. I think overall, I think we've executed executed consistently and moved the ball. I think that's been a real positive. I think we've been able to run it, we've been able to throw it, we've been able to create big plays, and I think a lot of that is things we can build off of and go forward with. But we'll continue to shore up what we haven't done as well. But I think, like I said, we're a confident group, and we know there's plenty to work on, but we're excited about where we're headed.
I know you touched on it a little bit at the beginning with the Mara family, but it didn't work out the way you wanted to in New York. But when you have an opportunity to realize your dream and they helped you do that, what does that family mean to you?
Yeah, a ton. I think the opportunity to play in the NFL and represent the Mara family was a huge honor for me, and was able to build a lot of special relationships there and with the Mara family, and certainly grateful to them. So they mean a ton to football, to the history of the NFL, our game, and are still lead ambassadors for this game.
You guys have been so good at home. You guys have been so good at home this year. How much are you looking forward to getting a chance to get back in front of the home crowd in a big game coming up against the Raiders?
We're excited. I think playing at home and playing in front of our crowd has been great for us so far this year, and we're excited to get back in there.
Daniel, what are your last question facing Patrick Graham in practice?
He's a good coach. I think what they're doing now is maybe a little bit different than some of the things he was doing, when I was with him. But he's a great coach, coaches hard, and has his guys ready to go, disciplined, knowing what to do, and they'll be ready to go on Sunday.
There's Daniel Jones. You got to have a lot of trust for an offensive line, right? When you've got Maxx Crosby on the other side, and he's trying to come get you and trying to detach your head from your body, you got to have a lot of trust that Bernard Ryman or the Braden Smith or anybody in between is going to be able to get between you and him and give you the 3 seconds you need to deliver the football on time and on target to a receiver downfield. That isn't easy. We'll see how well the Colts can do that and whether that trust is well placed that Daniel Jones has in those 5 or 6 guys keeping Maxx Crosby off it.